Hello, Dr. Karen Kan, and welcome to another episode of Healthy Habits, Healthy Life. I want to show you one of the tools that I absolutely love, and it's part of my healthy habit routine. It is called the hip hook. So the hip hook was created by Christine Koff, a physical therapist who found that 80% of the issues that were plaguing her clients had to do with either the iliacus or the pectoralis or the neck area. Today we're going to focus on the iliacus, and you're probably thinking, what the heck is an iliacus? Well, you've probably heard about the psoas muscles that go from the back of the spine, coming through here, attaching underneath, and that helps with core rotation. And unfortunately, I don't know about you, but I do sit a lot in front of the computer, and so there is this fascial tension of forward motion. And I notice that when I do a lot of deep squats or my skating, sometimes I get some discomfort, but it's not always in the groin. Sometimes when the iliacus, this muscle that's on the inside of this pelvic bone, gets tight and it's not released, it can actually cause pain in the low back. It can cause pain in the hip, and in my case, sometimes even in the knee. So I want to show you how I use this. Now, Christine has wonderful YouTube videos, so I will put her channel on a playlist underneath this video so you can find them all. So this hip hook is amazing because it's the only device that really specifically targets this muscle, the iliacus. You got one on each side and the inside of your pelvic bowl. So one of the things you want to do, especially if you're not, into anatomy, is to figure out how to place this on the body. You're going to lie down on it. So what she suggests is you go on the nipple line and then you go down, and right inside, right above your groin, right above that space, that's where your hip hook is going to go, and then you can actually move it around afterwards. So I'm going to show you what it looks like lying down, and I love this thing because I can get to some pretty achy trigger points that I would otherwise have a really hard time trying to get my hands in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of estimate where it's going to go. I'm going to put it on the mat, and I'm going to come down to the mat and place it. Now keep in mind it's going to be completely flat and it has to be a hard level surface. And I'm going to just gently place my body in there, and it's going to go right inside that pelvic bowl. Yes. Okay, so there it is. And what I'm doing right now is searching for that discomfort. Let me get my hand out of the way here. Yeah, so searching for that discomfort. I can come all the way down, or I can come up like this. There's actually a little bit more pressure when I come up, so it's a little easier if I come down. And I can definitely feel right away that there is a trigger point in the iliacus. And what it feels like to me is a little bit of ache. That's a good sign. So I'm going to find that ache. Woo, there it is. Huh. Okay, and I'm just gonna lift my arm so you can see. I'm just gonna breathe in and out through my nose. Woo, yeah, that's good. And let that release. Now, if this is too intense for you, that's okay. You can actually, move it a little bit away from the trigger point so it's not so intense. But I personally love the intensity. And I've had cases where, I've had an immediate knee pain after doing a bunch of wall balls and deep squats, and I've done this, and it's gotten rid of the pain in the knee. So I think it's very, very interesting how everything's connected to everything. So not only are you releasing this muscle, you're releasing also the fascia on top of the muscle, and the fascia connects everything to everything. So after you've done about 60 to 90 seconds in one spot, or you don't feel the ache anymore, you can move the hip hook slightly down or up, and when you follow the line of, or the curve of the iliacus bone, you're really safe. You're not like pushing on arteries or nerves or things like that. So I'm just hooking it right inside that bowl. I've got it higher up now, and I'm just moving my hips a little bit just to check to see where I can find another sore spot. Okay, there I go. I went and did a slight pelvic tilt, and I found a spot. So what you want to do if you find a spot is, again, breathe, for 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes I'll stay here for 3 minutes, which I think is ideal, but some people don't have that kind of patience. So, but I really love the feeling. So, ooh, when I laugh, I can feel it more. So you want to make sure you can breathe through it. And then you're just gonna, keep moving it a little bit up, a little bit down. Here I'm going even higher onto there, inside there, and I'm not really feeling anything. So I'm gonna put it a little lower than where I had it initially, and that's right above the tendon. And yeah, I can feel oh, that's tight right there. Now you'll probably be wondering, what is this handle for? Well, when you get more advanced, you can actually leverage it so it hooks even further. So I'm going to put pressure on here, and it actually tilts it. So, like I said, it's one of the only instruments that will be able to do that. Actually, I'm going to put this a little bit higher so I can get deeper. So you can maybe even see it sinking in more. There's that trigger point. And then I'm going to push on this. Oh, yeah. Fun. Wow. So breathe. And yeah, so there's all sorts of variations. Like, you could, for example, put your leg out like this and see if you can find another trigger point like this, or you can even tilt the other side and see, or you can go onto your toes, and you probably can't see that, but you can go onto your toes to find the sore spots. Oh yeah, that's good. So it's one of the few things that I have found to really get in there, aside from a second person putting their fingers in that area and knowing exactly what angle to push. So this is awesome. And I'm going to sit up now. So you're obviously wanting to do that on both sides. And I highly recommend you do this once a day. Now, you can use this for other areas of the body as well, but at the beginning, use it for the iliacus and get used to it, breathing through it. Like I said, I highly recommend this for anyone that has back pain, groin pain, hip pain, knee pain. and if you just want to know whether or not you're even, because a lot of times we think we're balanced and even, but we are not, until you find something like this and you go, OMG, I've got a trigger point. So this is really, really handy, and it's practically indestructible. She was telling me on the radio show that these guys threw it off like a window, and landed on the floor to see if it would break, and it didn't. So it is amazingly hardy and a really great instrument to have with you, even when you travel, especially if you travel a long time on the plane or you're sitting in a car. This is a great little tool to release your iliacus and keep your body healthier and more balanced. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will be with me on the next episode of Healthy Habits, Healthy Life. And yeah, I have a whole playlist, so you can check out the link below. And I hope you enjoy these. And please feel free to comment, like, and share if you feel this is helpful for you or somebody else that you might know that would be interested. And then if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. Until next time, bye.